front bag is for all my reading stuff and my maps.
Okay.
For plan the route and have.
You're carrying books with you?
Yeah, small books. Yeah, just some reading food for in the evenings when I'm alone in my tent. Sometimes I sleep in a hotel when I want to do a wash or something. Because when you don't smell nice, the people are a little bit less nice. So yeah, then sometimes you need a wash. And then I take a hotel, and yeah, but otherwise I sleep outside. In the other one, this one.
Yeah.
I have my cooking stuff and my food. I prefer to make a fire. I started somewhere in the middle of Spain on the coast when I was halfway crossing Spain with making fire and cooking on the fire. Because then I don't spill gas, I have a little gas burner. And it's nice to make a fire and just cook on the fire like a cowboy.
Howdy, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And most of the time I prepare rice in the evening with a little bit bouillon for the taste. And yeah, some vegetables I found on the land of the farmers.
Mm-hmm.
And also the oranges I eat it from the trees. Since 200 kilometers south of Barcelona I didn't buy any fruit.
Really?
Yeah.
How much do you think you spend in average per day on food and stuff?
In Spain now, average €2 or 2.50 maybe. But in France it was a bit more because I had to learn a bit the lifestyle of living with less money. And I went ill in Nîmes, so there I bought much food and much things to get up again. And yeah, there it was I think €5 or 6 a day. Then I have in this one, I have my sleeping bag. It's a winter sleeping bag because I left in the winter. I started in Holland, where I lived. And I cycled through Belgium. And after France, in France I had many times that I cycled on roads where there's not much space for the bicyclists. In Spain it's different. You have a big shoulder of the road most of the time, and they respect you. And besides that, all the Spanish people are very friendly, and the country is beautiful, and it's almost every time good weather.
Mm.
The other one is all for my clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't carry so much, but I have a winter jacket for when it's really cold and that kind of stuff. So it's look like it's much. Yeah, all the things that happened on my way brings me finally here, and I hope finally on the place where I want to end in Morocco. And I go there working for a month, and I have a place to stay, and that's the house of my trainer. My trainer lives in Holland and he has family in Morocco. And
Your trainer?
yeah, my trainer, my wrestle trainer. I wrestle at home.
Okay.
You grab here an elbow, you grab here something over the neck, and you block the foot.
Mm-hmm.
Everything on the same side. Then I bump you like this, and I put my shoulder in that direction. And then you roll that way. Just showing you that way. And then, yeah, and that way you have many other ways to do, and from every position there is an answer, and when you're training it more, you learn more and more answers on the things your opponent is doing. Then I have my guitar.
Oh yeah.
When you can make music and you have some nice instruments, you have every time you can make easy friends.
But I'm just wondering, because you are a pretty skilled cook. I tasted your food, and you are a skilled skateboarder. You are a skilled wrestler. You play the guitar pretty good, and now you're on this adventure on your bicycle.
Yeah.
I will think you were in the middle 20s at least, but you're really only 18, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm 18. I just left after finish my high school.
When I think about myself as 18 years of age, I didn't have so much life experience yet. But
Yeah.
what is the key?
When my friends are rolling their joints and smoking somewhere in the woods and don't go to school, I was I did it also a bit, but I tried to get an internship in Paris in a restaurant, and after it, the next internship, for example, I worked in a Michelin star restaurant. Because I did some work for it, I searched for it, I sent 2, 3, 4, 5 mails to the chef and he didn't answer, but I tried to, because I want to see that kitchen, so I thought I'm going to do an internship there. When you really want something, you have to do something for it, but what you get back from it, it's most of the time very nice, and I think I recognize that maybe some earlier than others.
Okay. So it's really just about being ambitious and
yeah, being ambitious,
focusing on the
focusing and yeah, what I said, when you want something, just go out and try to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like this trip. The beginning of my trip was a bit hard. It was winter and it was in the north of France. The wind was blowing very hard and it was raining much, and it was also mentally very hard. But I thought, yeah, when I give up and I go home now and I start working again, I every time thinking, why the fuck did I go further and try to make something of it? And now I make something of it, and yeah, I have a nice story and I have made much adventures.
Yeah.
So I want to study history when I'm back, and yeah, and just keep moving like I'm doing now. So maybe work some more in the kitchen because I like it, to cook and things like that, but not as a real job, but besides study or something. After my study, I don't know. I also don't know what I want to be after it. But that's also a thing I've learned from traveling, that people are every time looking so much for what they are going to do the next year or the year after. And when I'm traveling, I just cycled and live a bit from day to day. And I think that's better to try that also a bit in your normal life. So
to learn how to enjoy the present.
Yeah. And so I'm going to enjoy the present when I'm studying, and after it I will see what I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when I'm keep doing the things like I'm doing it now, I will find my way anyway. Yeah.
That's great inspiration, man. Even
Yeah.
though you're young, I think you are
Yeah.
reflecting a lot. It's
Yeah.
nice to hear. Do you have any advice to people who are watching that might think that they would like also to jump into something like this travel, but it seems maybe a little
too hard,
extreme to do.
Extreme. Yeah, I hear people said every time, people who are traveling and who are now in the position I am now, they said every time, just do it, just go on, pack your bags and make a plan and save a little bit of money. You don't need so much, and just do it. Just stop everything you're doing now and